Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with a layout, and it's been a minute since I've done the layout here. Just seems that I am falling behind on my page kits, so I've been working a lot on making page kits. I have a few of them done, so I figured, you know, let's get at least one layout done a week. I figure if I do one layout a week, then I'll have enough page kits to last me. And I'm getting ready for that crop that I was talking about. Okay, I have lost a picture. How is that even possible? When I just started, how could I have lost a picture? How is that possible? I just cut both pictures right here, and now one of them is gone. Okay, well, I gotta decide, do I really need the two pictures? One of them was actually getting my shot, so I kind of wanted both. Give me a minute, I'll go looking for it. Okay, I don't get how this can happen, but the picture is gone. And I literally just, you know, cut the picture before I started the video. And then I just cut some of these digital prints. I don't get it. I just, oh, there it is, in the trash. I was like, the only thing I did was throw out some stuff. And yes, I did. I threw it in the trash. Okay, now we can keep going. Okay, is that the same color? Yes, it is. So might as well use up what we have here. You might hear my chair rolling because I need to sit down, and we'll have a chit chat time as I'm putting this page together. But oh, I got injured on our trip. We went to a place where you can like climb mountains and stuff, and this was mountain number 3. And I had said to Dave, I said, you know what, I think 2 is kind of my limit. And it was just him and I. Everybody else had left. We had one more day there. He was like, oh, let's just do one more, just one more. I should have listened to my gut. It was the worst trail out of them all. It was, first of all, very mountainy. And the worst thing is it had the least amount of payout. When we got at the top, it was just like, okay, it was just a sign that said, okay, if you go that way, you can hit this mountain, and if you go that way. Anyway, I ended up, and there was water on the trail quite a bit. So we ended up, your sneakers would get wet. The rocks had a ton of moss on them, which made the rocks slippery to begin with, and then you add mud. Anyway, I went down on this rock. It was a long rock about this big, and it was going at a peak like that, like a peak like this. And so right down my left side, my rib and everything. Ouch. Very painful. And that was almost a week ago, and I still feel pain. We still had about 2 Ks to make it down the mountain, and I said, I got up and I kept walking, and Dave was like, are you okay? I'm like, we got to get off this mountain. So I kept going, and ouch, I got to our trailer, crawled in almost, because by then when you stop, right? Because we stopped when we got to our truck, and when we got to the trailer, I literally had to basically crawl to the trailer, and I took some Tylenol and went to bed. It was like 4:30. Next day wasn't as bad, I guess, but I don't know. Maybe I should have went for x-rays. I don't know. Might have cracked a rib, because a week later I'm still hurts, but it's a little better. But anyway, I'm sure I'll go into the details of this when I'm actually scrapbooking about that bloody trail. But this is a good thing. I have 2 pictures. This is getting my second jab. So the thing around here, and I don't know if it's everywhere, but the saying is kick, you know what, to the curb. Kick it to the curb. So I thought that would be the title of this layout. I don't know if I want to put it on these. I think so. I was thinking maybe on these, but I think I'll put it on these, and then I'll use one for journaling. So got my second jab on June 28th. So it was just before we went on our 2 weeks vacation, basically 2 weeks. It was 12 days. And I want to put the different one by itself. The one, you know, this is a kind of a clear one. Yeah, I think it's okay there. And our entire, like, me, Dave, Katie, Josh, and Katie's husband, we all went on the same day for a second jab. Me, Dave, and Josh, we went together. Katie and her husband went together. They were, you know, 40 minutes later, so they went together. But it went really well. We were in and out. When we got there, there was a huge lineup. And I was like, oh, my Lanta, we're going to be here forever. But it was just like zoom, zoom, zoom. We got through really quickly. I'm trying to see here if I want to put something underneath. I think I might. Yeah, so we got through really quickly. And so that was on the 28th. We were leaving on the 30th. So I was like, ooh, I hope I don't have any side effects, because tomorrow we got to pack, because I had been working on, you know, all my videos for YouTube, because I still ended up uploading 3 videos a week, even though I was gone. And all my Patreon videos, they were all, actually, they were done till next week, in case this week, if I got back and I was like, oh, I'm exhausted, I can't, you know, I was done ahead. But that means that, and I was done, I think I finished uploading the videos on the Monday. So the 28th, we went for a jab, and then I think I still had maybe 2 or 3 videos to do. I did one before we went, and then a couple when we got back. And then I started uploading. I had edited 7 videos on the Sunday. So they were all ready to be uploaded. So Monday was like uploading day. And so because I thought, even if I don't feel well uploading, I just got to make sure that it uploads. And, you know, you put the title and all that. So I got everything done. But the next, and then the next day was when we had to pack. Because on the 30th, I didn't want to have to do too much, right? And, but I was fine. Now, Caitlin's husband, and Caitlin too, she ended up having some, not as bad as her husband, but they got some side effects. Only lasted a day. Her husband, it lasted 2 days. So the 28th and the 29th. And my husband, his arms swelled right up. It was hot, 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 hot. Now they said, we called and they said, oh, it has nothing to do with the jab. But I was talking to my mom and my uncle, the same thing happened to him. But it just lasted 1 day and then he was good. He did a lot of exercise that day, like he did our lawn. So it might have been, you know, something to do with it. I don't know. So I think I want to do that. I like that. But apart from that, we kind of did our, it was done before, and that's what I wanted. I wanted it done before we went on vacation, because by the time, because it takes 14 days, and I'm like, hey, we're going to be in the woods with nobody. And then by the time we get back, it's going to be fully working. So that was pretty cool. Okay, let's glue that down. So that is one thing done. And in the thing here, I'm going to put the date, the time that we all went the same day. And I'm going to put that, you know, everything that happened, everything I just said. So I'm going to write pretty small. And then I only took a picture of me because they didn't want me to take a picture of them. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll just take a picture of me. The nurse was really good. She's like, keep your phone low because I'm not supposed to let you take a picture, but just be discreet about it. So that's why the angle is not that great. And it was warm that day. And like I said, the line moved pretty fast. So that was good. We got there at 9:05. Our appointment was at 9:40, 9:50, and 10 or something like that. But we had heard from other people that the lines were quite long. So we said, okay, well, to not miss our appointment, not that they check your appointment anyway, we'll just go early. And we were back, and then you still have to wait 15 minutes, but we were back at our vehicle. It was like 10 to 10 or something. So worked out good. I'm going to try and keep it to the same level on both sides. There we go. So apart from my tumble on the mountain, we had a pretty good time. Of course, what is our vacations without some stories? So I got some stories, but I'm not going to say them all today, because then when I actually do the video for what happened, then the story will be, you know, it's like you already know I fell. So when I do the story about that, you'll already know, but I have a little bit more to tell about that. So it's all good. But so we left on June 30th. We got there on June 30th. And this year we did not celebrate Canada Day in solidarity with the Native people in our country. We took it as a time of reflection. And, you know, our country is not perfect. And it has to do with all those children's body that they discovered at residential school, which just, oh my gosh, just broke my heart. And then during that week, there's a place called Lytton, BC. They had warm weather. They broke records. The first time they broke the record that was even hotter than Las Vegas ever, like hotter than any day in Las Vegas. And in Canada, we don't see that, right? It was 47 something, and then they broke another record a couple days later, which was 49.5, which is 127 degrees Fahrenheit. And because of the heat, there's, I don't know if it was a grass fire that started, and anyway, it burnt the entire village. I think from what, and a bunch of people died, over 100 people died from the heat. And which is, like I said, I'm so sad about that. And of course, it was a native village. I was like, oh my goodness. Give them a break. Anyway, so I was at least, you know, really bothered by that. But anyway, that happened after Canada Day, but we had decided not to celebrate Canada Day at all. And so that was, we were there from the 30th and we left on the 6th. And then we went to about 2 hours away, which was on the way home, 2 hours away from where we were, but towards home. So it's called Miramichi, and the campground is called the Enclosure. We've gone there many times, so and it kind of cuts our trip, you know, because it was a 3.5, 4 hour trip. So coming home 2 hours this way, at least when we were done camping there, we had 2 hours less to do. So yesterday we drove the rest of the way home, and so my husband still has like a whole week's vacation, but I was like, you know, we have a bunch of stuff he needed to do around the house. So I'm like, you know what? Even though I have stuff done till next week, I want to stay ahead. Okay, I like that. I want to stay ahead and get stuff done. So, came home this morning. I did, that doesn't really go, the bicycle. I did a video for Patreon. It's for like next week or the week after. Next week, I think. I had one extra week done. And so I did that. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a video for YouTube. It's going to be a layout, because it's been such a while. I want to put that heart because I'm glad it's done. I was a little stressed out about the whole thing because there was like delays of Pfizer and all that, and I wanted to get Pfizer as the second dose. I know they say they're interchangeable, but I did not feel comfortable mixing my cocktails. So I was glad that we got that done. Here, I'll put that right there. And then should I just put the little camera here. This one here, I won't make it as big because it's going to be my small cluster. Maybe I can put this little guy here to bring some green because I got green, green, green. Let's do that. I just want to put that foliage because why not? Let's put some foliage. And then that'll be pretty much it. I already got my, I actually did my title first. Yay. Get this down and we'll get, so I'm actually sitting down today because my rib is just, because yesterday we went out for supper, which is really close to where we camp, like we stay all summer. So we were able to walk, and then we walked on the beach to go home, and it was quite a long walk, and I hadn't walked a lot since I fell. So yeah, I was kind of in pain today, but you know, I kind of had to try it out. I'll probably go again tonight. Gotta push. It's not like in pain that I could cry, but oh, that's not glued down. So I don't think I'm overdoing it. It's just I haven't done anything since I got hurt. So, but if it starts hurting too much, then I won't go walking. But that's why I'm sitting today instead of standing. I'm trying to give my ribs a little break. Should I do brown? Let's do brown. No, let's do the darker brown. Yeah, like this color. Okay. So I want to put the date on this too, because I want to remember the date. Another thing I got to get going again, because I mean, we've been gone for 2 weeks, is I can't forget, I need to get some journaling done. My craft room, I had done kind of a cleanup before I left. There was just a little bit of stuff that was kind of lingering, and I kind of cleaned it this morning as soon as I got in here. And so it's now I've done 2 layouts, so I got to clean again. So I'm going to clean it before I leave today. So it was June 28th, 2021. I'm going to put the date on it right away so I don't forget. So if I don't do journaling really quickly, which, you know, now that I'm saying that, I did 2 layouts this morning. Like I said, one for Patreon, one for YouTube. So maybe I should bring those 2 layouts in and do those. And if I could do that from now on, then at least I'm not adding undone. I'm gonna put that right there. Undone or unjournaled stuff to my pile. I can just say, okay, yeah, at least it's just the old stuff I gotta journal on. So I think that's going to be one of my new goals. I know it's July, but you know what? It's okay to make goals all year round. I'm going to cut this off just because I don't like having extra paper there. This needs to be put away with the green and the brown embellishments. And this is garbage. So we'll put this away. It's okay. So this week on Monday, you had, that I filmed 2 weeks ago, you had a make a page kit. On Wednesday is going to be a layout. And on Friday, we're going to start adding embellishments to some of those page kits. And I think I'm going to do twice a week because I have 100 page kits I have to put together. So, and I want to do, it's fun. You guys were voting on or guessing on how many layouts I was going to get done there in October. And so I want to make sure I bring tons of layouts. I might have to do another round of, 20, 25 of them, but I want to make sure that I get all the embellishments in the ones that I have for now. And it's going to give me layouts or page kits for at least one layout a week for now, until those layouts or those page kits are all done. And then maybe later on I'll do, more than one. There's a couple more projects I need to work on too. I got to finish my December daily of 2019. I got to do my December daily of 2020. So I still have some projects that I had in mind to do this year. So I got to get those going, and I want to keep going with my my current layouts. So I think what I'm going to do this afternoon is actually sit down, upload my photos from my camera to my computer, and order all new pictures. That would be fun. All the pictures that I took during our vacation, I think I'm going to get those developed, and then that way I'll have new stuff, new pictures to scrap. So that'll be fun. Okay, so while I was chatting here, I pretty much got all the stuff picked up from my 2 layouts this morning. I have a little bit left to clean up, but not too bad. I want to show you. I had to break out my new trimmer from Creative Memories. I had the blue one for years, and it started catching maybe about 5 months ago, and I just kept using it, and I had to kind of jimmy it to get it to work. And then one day I was just like, okay, I am done. So I took out my new Creative Memories trimmer. So I'm kind of happy that I have that now. It's much nicer to cut my photos. So I'm going to put that on my desk right there. And I'm going to end this video here because I have completed this layout. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.